Yes, and it's the day we've been waiting for. It's been 4 years in the making. Can Ireland overcome the All Blacks and make history tonight at the Stade de France?
Well, joining us live from Paris is our own Tommy Martin. So tell us, Tommy, you lucky sod, what is the atmosphere like over there at the moment? I say it's great crack.
Oh, it's fantastic. Look, the atmosphere in Paris has been amazing over the last few weekends. That the Irish fans have become one of the big stories of this World Cup. You even hear players and people from all the other countries talking about the phenomenon of the support that the Irish team have had. But this weekend is something different. It's ratcheted it up another level because it is the first big knockout weekend of the World Cup, and as well as the big one for us this evening, one of the biggest matches in Irish rugby history, one of our biggest sporting occasions. We also have France and South Africa meeting on Sunday night at Stade de France as well. And just behind me, look, loads of tourists milling around the Eiffel Tower area, loads of Irish doing a bit of sightseeing before they head to the stadium later on, but loads of South Africans arriving as well. It's just, the air is really palpable with excitement. We met some of the fans yesterday afternoon in the Pigalle area, sort of one of the racier, livelier areas of Paris. There's a few Irish bars over there, and they were getting started good and early, I can tell you. They started coming in sort of Thursday night, Friday morning. What was this, Friday afternoon, and they were getting well prepared. I just hope they weren't going too early because it's a 9 o'clock kickoff in Paris this evening, and I hope they're still full of energy to back the team this evening.
Well, they certainly have been. Let's hope they're just upright by 9 o'clock tonight. Yeah, according to some of the pictures that we've seen.
We all are.
Yeah. What does it mean for the players to be representing Ireland?
Yeah, as much as the fans have bought into the amazing achievements of the players are clearly, and Andy Farrell keeps saying this after the games, we're doing it for them, we're doing it for the country. They've bought into what the fans have brought to them in terms of energy, in terms of support, in terms of emotion. So let's hear from two of the players. Dan Sheehan and Caelan Doris, two of our brilliant young forwards, were doing the pre-match press conference yesterday, and obviously they were asked about what it means to you to have such support. Tell us about the emotions they feel when they're playing for Ireland. And it was interesting, just the personal level that they both spoke on about the backing they're receiving.
It's great to bring a bit of enjoyment, a bit of pride to the Irish people. Something I always think about is how many people it touches back home. It's great, but at the same time, you can't really get lost in it. I have a job to do, and we have to just sort of go out and perform. We can think about it after, but I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think in these big weeks, you draw on some of the emotion and the pride, and talking to a few friends back home in Mayo and seeing how they're behind us and how so many people in the country are behind us, and you can feel that over here. You can definitely get a sense of it. So I think that is a motivation for us, trying to continue to inspire them and do them proud, and knowing that so many are coming over to support us.
Tommy, I suppose all eyes again on the icon of Irish rugby, that is Johnny Sexton, who's hugely important to the team tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look, it's incredible to think that if things don't go Ireland's way this evening, that it will be Johnny Sexton's last game of rugby. That Johnny Sexton won't play for Ireland ever again, won't play rugby at all. He's been such a huge presence, his leadership on the field, the aura that he brings, and you don't use the word irreplaceable about sports people because there's always another player on the line, but he is as close to irreplaceable for this Irish rugby team with everything that he brings.
Unbelievable player and leader he's been for Ireland for so many years. I think all the players will agree that the standards he sets raise everyone else's game, and he's almost like having another coach on the pitch. He seems to have I think I've said this to you guys before, but like a bird's eye view. He seems to see everything regardless of where you were and catches any mistake. You can't get away with anything with him around.
Okay, yeah, that was Caelan Doris talking about the influence that Johnny Sexton has when he's around the cap. There have been a few injury worries, Tommy, in the lead up to tonight's game, but it's good to see that Mac Hansen got a run out yesterday.
Yeah, that was the one we were all looking at yesterday when the team came out onto the field at Stade de France. Mac Hansen had sustained a calf injury during the Scotland match and came off in that game. He was well strapped up. He came out, he stretched, he sort of ran a little bit slowly, but then he got involved fully in the training session, doing his thing. Looked pretty good. Mike Catt spoke afterwards and said, the words he used were that he was as sprightly as ever. So look, he's a big player for Ireland, has been a huge player under Andy Farrell. He's got a bit of X factor about him, big personality. So let's hope he is right and 100% for the All Blacks this evening.
Okay, and Tommy, dare we ask your prediction for tonight?
Oh, listen, Ireland are the world #1 team. We are favourites for this game. For the first time ever in a head-to-head against the All Blacks, Ireland are the favourites for the game. It's still hard to sort of think it, isn't it? We're just not used to that position in Ireland. The All Blacks are going to come at Ireland really early. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I think the All Blacks' tactics are to really try and build up an early lead for 2 reasons. The first of all is to try and silence the Irish fans. I asked Sam Cane, the New Zealand captain, about this earlier in the week, and he said if we get ahead and keep them quiet, then they won't be so much of a factor. And then the other thing is, if New Zealand get ahead, then they'll be asking the questions of Ireland. Is there a World Cup hoodoo? Is there a jinx? Does the pressure come on the Irish players then? So look out for those first 10 minutes or so of the match, because they are going to be electric. My prediction, I think Ireland are in a good place. New Zealand have disciplinary issues. They dropped one of their top players, Mark Talea, because he broke protocols earlier in the week. I think Ireland are in the right place to win this. It'll be tight, it'll be thrilling, but we should just edge it.
Okay, well, we hope you're right, Tommy. All right, good to see you. Enjoy the day and enjoy the game.